I can't get over trying to have a report on this story and you're not even going to address the victim at all.
No words from the victim's family.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Aaron Cody, Montgomery police officer who killed a man in 2016, was charged with murder and convicted of manslaughter. He is back in the news because the Alabama Supreme Court has said they will hear his appeal after an appeal was denied by the Court of Criminal Appeals. And of course, he got a huge puff piece in Koch-funded flat earth military coup crypto bro boosting 1819 News, talking to all sorts of folks that knew this guy about what a good person he is, blah, blah, blah. He, not one of them. He's, he's not a bad cop. He's a good guy. He just wanted to protect his community. He got all these fancy cop awards. But not one of those people that they interviewed, nor the convicted killer cop himself, ever spent any time reckoning with the fact that a man is dead because of him. There is no sense of recognition of the humanity of the guy that he killed and was convicted of manslaughter for. No reckoning with the lives that are affected by his absence. No remorse about, even it would seem to me, if I was a good cop, I would hate to have had to kill someone. And if it were the case that I felt like I had to kill somebody and that was the only way that I was going to make it out of there alive, I would still be somewhat not happy about that.
Right. You would think it would weigh on you.
You would think it would weigh on you.
If you have any sorts of, morality.
Yeah, if you haven't been totally warped and perverted by an ideology that says that this is good. The craziest thing, though, is that this is supposed to be a news piece, right? This is filed under news in 1819 News. This is not an opinion piece. This is not a press release from the defense. This is supposed to be news. And in all of the ad reads that Scaredy Cat Filliams on Right Side Radio has, that's something that they emphasize. That's something that they give him in his copy, Filliams on Right Side Radio. They're like, oh yeah, if it's news on our blog, it's just the straight dope, man, no skew. We're going to have people in the opinions, and they're going to say opinions, but man, if it's in the news section, you can take that to the bank. That's like the whole thing, because they're always talking about, oh, you can't trust the news anymore. You can't even trust it in the news section. You just can't tell the news from the opinion section anymore in liberal media, but in conservative media, in 1819 News, it's going to be the news section and you're going to be able to take it to the bank. That's what they say. But there is not one word in this news piece from the perspective of folks familiar with the victim. So not only is the killer cop or his friends or his family or the buddies of this killer cop, not only are they not reckoning with the fact that he killed a man, this news piece, quote unquote, has nothing from the perspective of the people of the person that was killed. Nothing at all. Not even anything from the time of the original trial. They couldn't even be bothered to go to AL.com or the Montgomery Advertiser or some right-wing news thing from the time and just pull a quote. Nothing, not even a shred of argumentation from the prosecutor. If you read this and you were certainly, if you read this and you were a back the blue guy, or if you were just a centrist, I don't know, some cops are good, some cops are bad kind of guy, and you read this piece, you would think that this was a wrongful conviction, presumably, because of the way that they present the facts in the case. But they don't present even what the prosecution was arguing, much less, the best way to phrase it. They didn't present anything from the family of the victim, nothing like that. You wouldn't know that this case was moved from Montgomery, where the shooting happened, to white majority Ozark, Alabama in Dale County at the request of the defense because racial prejudice would affect the jury in black majority Montgomery. You wouldn't know any of that kind of stuff. You wouldn't know that the reason that the guy who you wouldn't know that the reason that the cop is stating for killing him, that he came at him with a pole. You wouldn't know that the city's investigator found no evidence that he had a pole, and that they found a hat in his hands, not a pole. You wouldn't know that that a jury of his peers in white majority conservative Dale County, Ozark, Alabama convicted him of manslaughter. I mean, it's just crazy, but 1819 News wants you to take them seriously. They want you to believe that they are a straight news organization.
Sounds like they need to rise to the moment of truth, as their website declares.
Sounds like it.
I can't get over trying to have a report on this story, and you're not even going to address the victim at all. No
words from the victim's family at all, or anybody who knew him. Nothing at all about this guy.
Interesting. Well,
bonkers. Yeah, I think
file that under more 1819 News BS.
Yeah,
that file is getting quite thick.
Yeah, and I want to keep, I do want to keep talking about some of the stuff that they do, because I think Yellowhammer and obviously conservative talk radio hosts, they're a lot more transparent about, we're a conservative media propaganda machine, right? But 1819 News, the way that they've got their site, the way that they advertise, they really want you to take them seriously as a journalistic institution. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take them seriously. I'm going to hold them to the standards of like a real news institution, because I hope that we're able to get enough clips out there that if somebody is interested in the reputability of 1819 News, they come across some of our videos and they see that, they're full of crap. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.